Let's do this. Good luck, everybody.
Mahomes or Tom Brady, you don't know who gon' win. High Rollers Podcast, come on, just tune in. Make some money off the slots, now they counting the blue strips. They are some degenerates, they filling out white slips. Buy into a break, pull a car and make a flip. Just some addicts talking sports, that's really all it is. Joe Biggie crack, best 3 in the biz. Hop off the bus and I hop in Craigie's crib. Joe made 1,000 off parlays, don't even know what he did. Tune in cause I'm a guest, man, you know what it is. Every paycheck on last year, man, that's how it's been. Parlay, slots, and cards, that's where the money spent. Best pockets out now, tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen to what they say, make a bet and fool send. High Rollers Podcast, only thing I recommend.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. It's your boy, Cracky. We got Banky and Parlay Joe here with our second podcast. I hope you guys are ready. We got a lot in store tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, the card game, you name it. I did not think the Buccaneers were going to win the game on Sunday, but they did. So we got a lot in store. What do we got coming up, Banky?
Well, first off, I'm here in Tampa Bay, and I'm watching a goat on a boat, baby. Tom Brady, 7 championships. Unbelievable. Joe, you got any opening comments?
I do. My man, he absolutely did it. I mean, the defense played great. But for one guy to have 7 titles is just stupid in the world.
Name of Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
I mean, can he be stopped? Will he be stopped? He hasn't yet. So, I mean, when's it coming?
Well, let's get right to it.
When's it coming? Sorry, my bib is falling down. Shit.
Let's get right to it. Joe, what's your thoughts on the game?
Thoughts on the game was the defense played great. Todd Bowles came in with a great game plan to not only disrupt, but keep in check Tyreek Hill. He had a great game plan and everything. But Tommy could have put up 40 points if he wanted to. He could have threw for 301 yards if he wanted to. Not 201. He could have threw for 301 if he wanted to. Okay, but that wasn't the game plan here. The game plan was defense, run the ball, and score at will when you're there, which they did. I told you last week we would put up 31. I told you the Chiefs would put up 24. Okay, we did put up 31. Your very own, your young goat there, Petey, Patrick Mahomes, failed. He failed to put up 24. He put up 9, a fucking big, whopping, embarrassing 9.
Well, what I got to say about the game, okay, here's what I got to say about the game. Patrick Mahomes was running around like a chicken. It was insane. His offensive line did nothing for him. He was, every single time he said hike, he literally ran back 20 yards because he couldn't do nothing. And I'll tell you who the real MVP is here, people. It's not Tom Brady, the GOAT, who's won 7 rings, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about this cocksucker this week, because I am. The real MVP is a man with the last name Bowles, the defensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who should be a head coach in this league. He should be the MVP. He shut them down to 9 points. And let me give you a statistic here, people, okay? This is a statistic. In the last 2 playoff games, Aaron Rodgers' defense has given up 42 points.
31 to Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's defense in the last 2 Super Bowls have given up 12 points. So let's think about this. Any quarterback except Patrick Mahomes on Sunday could cover fucking 9 points.
I mean,
just my
we need Vinny's
just
points.
my opinion here.
Vinny's points now. Vinny's points and takeaways from the game.
The Bucs did everything right. The Bucs didn't. Brady could have thrown the ball for 300 yards. He was 21 of 29, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 turnovers, which was the biggest thing in the game. The Buccaneers ran the ball 32 times, which ate up game clock, kept Mahomes off the field, and their defense played great. I said last week that Pierre-Paul and Shaq Barrett had to have huge games against the 2 backup tackles in order for the Bucs to win, and that's what they did. They kept Mahomes off of his rhythm. The Buccaneers played the perfect game that they needed to play to win the game. And, give all the credit to Todd Bowles, but when's the last time a coach has ever been the MVP? Never. It doesn't happen.
Never happened.
Never,
So
but it should
therefore,
be.
who do you want to give it to? Leonard Fournette, 87 rushing yards, 40 yards receiving? No. Gronkowski could have made an argument there. The MVP's Tom Brady. He came to the Bucs. He's the reason the Bucs won the Super Bowl. It was more of a thank you for the year. Thank you for turning the work. Think about this. Brady has the highest winning percentage over any franchise in sports history. Went to the Bucs. The worst winning percentage over any franchise in sports history. Turned around in 1 year and won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That's why he deserves the
Tell
MVP.
me this. You put Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees or Patrick Mahomes, maybe not Mahomes, on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team this year, you don't think they win the Super Bowl? You think it was all Tom? I mean, he's got a team around him that is just ridiculous.
I mean, if you put Drew Brees on the Tampa Bay Bucs and you put Tom Brady on the Saints win the Super Bowl. Period. All he does is win. Let's go to some of our prop bets last week, though. Talk about them. First, overall scores. Joe?
I think I went, I believe I went 31 to 24 for my prop bet, overall score. Like I said in my pre-speech, Bucks did put up 31. Exactly 31. I don't know why I parlayed the over 31 and 24. It wasn't even over 56. So, but, side note there, the Chiefs just couldn't deal with this defense. Like Crack said, yes, Mahomes was scrambling. He was running every single second.
Exactly.
But the Bucks did put up 31. They put up 31. They scored at will every time down the field, basically, in the first half.
All right, Joe, let's stick with you. I'm going to quickly run through them all for everybody. Nicole Hardman, I believe you had over 26 yards receiving.
I did have over 26 yards receiving.
I don't even remember him catching the ball. He caught the ball?
He might have one catch.
Yeah, but that another thing about that, Mahomes, McCole Hardman was in the flat a lot. And instead of taking the little check down, Mahomes has to be Mahomes. He has to do the best. And he wants to look downfield, which that differs. Mahomes, Brady, Mahomes, Breeze. Just take the check down.
Right.
Let your receivers do work.
But did you see his throws?
Well-
I mean, the guy was on the run the whole game.
Because he wouldn't take the checkdowns. Bowles is playing cover 2, 2 safeties over the top, rushing 4. He's giving you the underneath. That's why Travis Kelce ate him alive in the second half. But he's not taking it.
I mean, he looked
wouldn't
like
take the checkdowns.
he looked like Carson Wentz out there. I hate to say it, running for his life, getting sacked all over the place. But he threw the ball still with men coming at him on his knees, tossing balls that should have been caught in the end zone. The Chiefs just didn't get it done.
Got to give credit to Tampa's defense, though. They really did take away Hill, which, while we're at it, let's move to that, too, though. What did the Bucs do so good and the Chiefs do poorly in your mind? Joe?
Defense. Easily defense. I mean, and like I said, they protect Tom. Yes, he had a sack. I think it was the second drive he had a sack. First drive he had a sack. One or the other. But I think that was it. That was the only time I really seen Tom pressured. Jensen did a great job. He had one bad snap, which Tom laid on. Thank God he laid on it. But, I mean, that was it. It was defense. Overall, Bowles had a better game plan. And I do feel for Andy, whatever. You know, you had all that stuff going on throughout the week. Sure. But it was just... It was a bad
What
game.
happened to Andy? What did he eat too many cheeseburgers? What happened to him?
His son.
Someone was in the car.
His son was in a bad
accident,
car
correct?
accident.
I feel terrible.
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear about it. I
His
thought
son
he ate
was-
too many cheeseburgers.
No, his son was in a bad accident. Was on Adderall and drunk.
Well, I didn't hear that. It had nothing to do with Andy. You know what?
His son was a coach. Correct?
I don't blame that for the Chiefs.
I don't blame that. Come on.
I blame Andy Reid. I mean, Todd Bowles had their number. He rushed 4. Andy Reid wouldn't run the football, which kind of confused me there. Like, why not run the ball, move the chains? And Mahomes wouldn't take the check down. The Chiefs stayed in cover, the Bucs stayed in cover 2 all game long, all game. And all the Chiefs had to do was throw the ball over the middle and eat the clock and take 5, 10, and they refused to do it.
You know who I blame, Vin?
Who do you blame?
You know how I blame Vingy? I blame Patrick Mahomes' wife. I blame her because she talks too much shit over there on Twitter with Patrick Mahomes' mother. Talking too much garbage. I'm sorry, I get compassionate about this stuff. She's over there talking too much shit. I don't know if you guys saw that meme with Patrick Mahomes' wife. Tom Brady's in the background and Mahomes is the little baby. That's how it should be. Because you know what? You kicked Mahomes' ass, Tom. You did. He is the GOAT, people. He is the greatest of all time. Okay? And no one will ever beat what Tom Brady did. But these two guys that I work with and I have on here on this podcast are sick. All they want to do is slob Tom's knob, and it's sick.
Hey, Ben, I got a question for you, man.
Go ahead, Joe.
How is it down there in Tampa right now? What's the scenery? What's going on down
I'll tell
there
you what,
right now?
Unlike Green Bay, unlike Kansas City, unlike New Orleans, unlike Washington, it's sunny, there's a parade, and Tom Brady's holding the Lombardi Trophy for a record-setting 7th time. So it feels great here. It feels great.
By the way, to all our viewers, stay tuned. We're going to have a giveaway here later up. At the end, towards the end of the podcast, we're going to do a trivia question and a giveaway where you can win. Well, I mean, I guess we don't know what they can win. It's a scratch off.
Also, we are going to run that giveaway. You guys that liked our last podcast on YouTube and also subscribe. So we will run that tonight as well, guys.
All right, so moving on a little bit, what does this mean for the legacy of Brady and Mahomes?
Brady Mahomes' legacy. Crack, we'll start with you, brother.
Brady's Mahomes' legacy. Well, I can tell you this. Tom Brady, his legacy is over. His legacy is the most complete...
Whoa.
Hold on. He has the most complete legacy of all time in sports. You know, a lot of people like to compare Tom Brady and Michael Jordan together, and that's fine. Michael Jordan is a better athlete than Tom Brady.
I agree.
But Tom Brady is a better champion. And what I mean by that is basketball is a more athleticism sport, as where Tom Brady is not that athletic. He sits in the pocket and he throws the ball and he's very knowledgeable and gets the job done. Where Michael Jordan has to run down the court and dunk on people and, you know, stick defense and shit. Tom Brady doesn't have stick defense, people, okay? So, I'm getting a little off topic here. Tom Brady's legacy is already the greatest legacy of all time. Patrick Mahomes' legacy has just started. And I do think the Chiefs still will be a solid team for years to come.
Joe, what do you got?
I got Tom Brady's legacy is it's cemented. It's cemented into the NFL. It's cemented into the whole. He's a Hall of Famer, non-doubt, whatever. He's proven everything. I need nothing more from this guy. Okay, I sat here this year and I rooted for this guy and I argued with people over this guy, and he's done everything that I could have asked, plus more. He's went to the Super Bowl. That's all I wanted. He won the Super Bowl. There's nothing more that I could want from Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
Now, Bingy,
nothing more.
Bingy, before you start, we do have Peck LG over on YouTube. He says the only athlete that he would put ahead of TB12 is Michael Phelps.
I can see that. Phelps
winning, yes, but Michael Phelps is in a solo, single man, control your own destiny sport. And this is my thing here with Michael Jordan. Basketball is also more of basketball is a one-on-one sport. But one person can handle a game more than one person on a 11 to 12 man.
But now think of this.
10.
Phelps might be the greatest individual athlete.
Yes.
But we're talking swimming, people. I mean, come on. How many people do you know actually swim? You know, I know a lot of basketball players. I don't know one fucking swimmer.
I took lessons when I was a baby.
Yeah, I took lessons too, but my wife went to the neighborhood pool. I don't know swimmers, though, okay? He's a fucking swimmer. He's athletic, but he's a swimmer.
18-time Olympian. We got to give him a little bit of respect.
I mean, a little respect, but he
Maybe
fucking
more.
swims. He does the backstroke and the butterfly.
My take on Brady Mahomes is this. Brady is the best ever. Now it really can't be questioned. I think he embarrassed Belichick. Now I think we can say it, you know, even if you're a Belichick fan, you have to say it was at least 51% Brady, 49% Belichick. You have to say that.
50%. I'm giving Brady.
I'm saying you at least have to
60-40
say
at
51.
least.
I think it was about 65-35. Anyway, moving forward, Mahomes, he's done. He can't catch Brady. He would have to win 8 Super Bowls to catch Tom Brady. Brady beat him head-to-head. I don't think that's going to happen. It's hard. Real quick, something I found about Brady. If you break Brady's career into threes, 7 years at a time.
90-10. We got 90-10.
So
I'm guessing Brady, Belichick.
The
Brady 90.
first
Belichick
7 years, Tom Brady's career is equal to Troy Aikman's whole career. 3 Super Bowl wins,
Yes.
3 passing titles.
Yes.
Next 7 years, he's equal to Dan Marino. 2 appearances, 3 league MVPs, 3 passing yard titles. The last 7 years, he equals Joe Montana's whole career with 4 Super Bowl wins, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and 1 passing title. If you break his career into threes, he's better than every Hall of Fame quarterback that there's ever been. It's over.
Well, I agree. And here on YouTube, we got Big Binky here. He's saying the fish are biting in Florida right now. Big Binky is in the house. You guys never met Big Binky, but this dude is the best golfer you ever seen in your life. I played golf with him one time, and he beat me with a putter. I lie to you not. He played 18 holes with a putter. He's a sick son of a bitch. But Big Binky's in the house. Just wanted to point that out. What's going on?
All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Tampa Bay Super Bowl. How does that affect New England moving forward, and how does that affect Bill Belichick? Joe, we'll start with you.
I mean, it's apparent. What did they go with Brady last year? They went 11-5.
11-5.
11-5. What they go to 7-9? They went 7-9 this year without Brady. They went 11-5 last year with Brady. Yeah, some people sat out, but it was basically, in retrospect, the same team that Tom took 11-5 to the playoffs against the Tennessee Titans and lost. It was the same team that Cam Newton took 7-9, lost playoffs, first division loss in a very long time.
Real quick, if we move on to Pete, we have a Joe. Do you want to address this comment?
Brady hater here. Bill money invested the system. Brady perfected it. Give Bill another decent quarterback. Who do you want? Do you want Wentz? Is that who you want? Is that Zach Baraski?
I mean, Zach, I hate to disagree with you here, but who do you give Bill Belichick? Do you give him an Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees? They could be good anywhere. You gave him Cam Newton last year. Cam Newton is overrated. He's done. His career is over. But Cam Newton was a 5-star quarterback out of college.
And he went to the Super Bowl. As I said last week.
Yes.
Jared Goff went to the Super Bowl.
And Cam Newton went to Bill Belichick and was absolutely horrific. Jared Stidham was supposed to be the next guy in line, was horrific. Jimmy Garoppolo was supposed to be the next guy in line for a little bit before Tom went. And he's honestly been injured and horrific.
Also, Belichick is 13 games under 500 with any quarterback other than Tom Brady.
Right.
So,
I mean, Tom Brady sat out when he got hurt. The year he tore his ACL.
The only year they didn't win the
The
division.
only year they did not win the division. Think about that.
Tom's a go, people. You can't hate on greatness. Give him Kirk Cousins and make Bill prove himself. David Johnson, lay off the weed, like Stephen A. Smith would say. Come on.
I mean, come on, people. I mean, are you guys still in denial here about Brady and about Belichick? Are you guys still in denial?
Guys,
Wake up.
I don't like Tom either. But he is the greatest player of all time in sports history.
There's really nothing else to say. I mean, you saw New England without him. You saw Tampa Bay with him. 11-5 to 7-9 and 7-9 to 11-5 plus Super Bowl. I mean, it's the end of the debate for me. Moving on here, who has the best chance to get back to the Super Bowl? Tampa Bay or the Chiefs?
You know, honestly, I think it depends on who the Buccaneers sign this year. Chris Godwin on his way out, most likely. Delaware native, baby. Hope to get him on this podcast one day. There's a lot of other guys that, are on one-year contracts. They got to re-sign. I don't see the Buccaneers going back. I mean, I know Tom's great. And, the older it gets, the younger he actually gets, it seems. But, I hate to say it. The Green Bay Packers will be there next year, people. I hate to say it. Thank you.
I'm not even going to deal with his Packers comment, but I do think the Chiefs have the easier path. You look at the AFC, there's really nobody in the AFC that's going to challenge them. The Bills were good. I think the Bills are still a couple years away. And with Matt Stafford just now going to the Rams get better. The NFC, they do have Rodgers. They have Brady. Can't count out Sean Payton. That's a tough division. I think. Well,
Breeze is done, right?
Breeze is done, but I mean,
well, he took a pay cut.
Who are you going to put there? Winston?
You don't know. You don't know if Breeze.
I'm just saying it's a tough division.
It ain't set in stone yet.
And the Bucs have to bring back a lot of pieces. Gronk is coming back. That's pretty much a given. Levante David, he's the key to their defense. He has to come back. And then you have Chris Godwin, who it's big for them in the slot. Yeah, you can go get a Julian Edelman maybe, but Edelman's not the same kind of player.
Well, what about AB?
AB was a one-year guy. He's a free agent. Gronk's a free agent.
I don't think
Leonard
AB has
Fournette's
a
a free agent.
Leonard Fournette, you bring him back, he's fine. He's not great. I think there's just a lot of people and a lot of pieces that have to come back for them to repeat. But Mike Evans said he's going to take a pay cut. So,
well, Zach's saying Deshaun Watson in New Orleans, and Jams tonight is saying the Dolphins will be in the Super Bowl. Jams.
Tua is overrated.
Jams. Tua is horrible. Fitzmagic is, just not that guy.
Sorry, Bengy. Tua's
not horrible.
He's not horrible, but he's got a lot of learning to do.
Tua has nobody to throw the ball to.
He's an overrated NFL quarterback. He's a strictly college quarterback. Cardell Jones, you fucking name it. Okay?
Cardell Jones, get
Money
out of
man.
here.
Cardell Jones.
You are so dumb.
They're good in college. They're not in the
Cardell Jones had
NFL.
one good game. It's always like every Tennessee Vols player. They stink in the NFL.
Right. You're
Just
right.
like Jawan Jennings, who stinks.
Jawan
Jawan Jennings
Jennings.
stinks.
You're right. But I'm telling you, Tua
Tua's
is
going
like
to
that.
be just fine. Get him a receiver. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
What's going on?
He's got more receivers than the Eagles have already.
Who's he have?
Mike Gesicki's
He's
good.
a tight end.
He's tight end. Bang.
Zach
tight
Ertz
end.
is good.
Zach Ertz was hurt half the fucking season. You want to keep going?
Dallas Goedert's good. So they have two tight ends. That's
Okay,
what
Dallas Goedert was also hurt half the season.
Oh
You really
my
want to keep
God,
going with the
dude.
fucking Eagles?
Now, hold on, people.
They stink. Eagles stink.
Hold on, people. I want you to know this. If you do not know this here on this podcast. Banky, to my left, is a Cowboys fan. You would never know it. He likes the Cowboys. Parlay Joe, to my right, likes the Eagles. You would never know that because they can't get the man, the myth, the legend, the cocksucker, Tom, cock out of their mouth.
I have a comment with
So
that.
that's what I want to tell you. Remember.
I have a comment with this.
Just saying.
We weren't front runners when we were childs, and we didn't jump to a team that made the playoffs every year, such as the Packers, okay? We had to suffer through the defeat. So we jumped to Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. to bail us out every single year. Okay? And he did.
Cowboys have been one of the worst teams in the NFL my whole life, pretty much, since I've been born. So, yeah, I tend to root for somebody who's in the playoffs every year.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, I love what he did to Aaron Rodgers this year. You know he has as many NFC championships as Aaron Rodgers has?
Stop. Please just stop.
Do you know that?
Please
Isn't that
stop.
hilarious?
Please stop. Please stop.
He wanted to come into Lambeau, and he beat him senseless.
Oh.
Wow, that's just...
It ruined his whole
Now,
day.
people, remember when you started watching the Super Bowl on Sunday night and you sat down, you got your chicken wings, your pizza, and you had your beer in your hand, and who did they show first in a hologram before you watched the game? His name was Vincent Lombardi.
They might rename that
It's
trophy.
a shame
at
they didn't
some-
have Bart Starr starting for him because Rodgers stinks.
Vincent
Bart
Lombardi.
Starr and Brett Favre. are better than Aaron Rodgers. How did that make
Are you laughing right now? Bart Starr and Brett Favre are Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
What the hell are you?
Well, Aaron
you're
Rodgers-
a fanboy.
According to you, Aaron Rodgers
You're
is the
a
best
Tom
ever.
Brady wearing fanboy. Oh God, Jeremy Hanna's in here.
Go Lions.
Go
Vince
Lions.
Lombardi. Hold on.
You poor,
Just
poor
leave, would
bastard.
you?
Vince Lombardi. They can show Vince Lombardi. But guess what? When your kid's of your age, who will they be showing?
Number
And
12
they'll
will be
be fucking
retired.
showing number 12. And he will be retired. Okay?
And
they might even rename the goddamn MVP trophy to the Tom Brady trophy.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about some cards real quick. Vegas Dave versus Gary V. Vegas Dave, he says the card market is going to just crumble in the next 5 years.
I mean, this
Pete,
guy.
You're the expert here. I mean,
Listen, people. If you collect cards, if you're into the card world, business, whatever, there's a big debate going on with two rich guys named Gary V and Vegas Dave. Well, Vegas Dave is very disliked in the card community, while Gary V is very liked in the card community. And I don't know if you guys seen this, but Vegas Dave actually burned a Michael Jordan rookie card live on camera because he is a douchebag.
he's an idiot.
I mean, anyone that is going to burn a Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time in basketball, card live on camera deserves to be hated. I mean, I don't care if you're a millionaire or what you do. I wake up 5 a.m. and get my picks for everybody.
Back up a little bit.
You know,
you can't see it, baby.
I don't give a shit. Vegas Dave is out there. Gary V, very trusted, very respected in the card community, says the card community will blow up. What I think is going on with the card community right now, I think the prices are too high. I think everything has skyrocketed, guys. I think it will definitely decrease soon. Because it's just absurd. I think a lot of people in the card community that don't know what they're doing are just buying shit for way too much money. And, but I don't see it going nowhere. You know, everyone wants to compare it to the 90s. You know, the 80s and the 90s. 80s cards were very hot. 90s, it crashed. But we are in a different bracket now with autographs and memorabilia and just, you know, a lot more technology and money into it. I'm on Gary V's side here. I think Vegas Dave's a fucking complete douchebag, and I hope he gets fucking, I don't know.
Vegas Dave wants to sit here, and he wants to say that, oh, don't listen to Gary V. He tries to predict the future like me, and he don't, and everything he says is wrong. And he shows 2 clips of Gary V saying, you know, I was going to invest in Netflix, but whatever. And I was going to invest in Uber, but I didn't want to. He said, and look at him now. Okay, but you invested in Derek Carr. You tell people to go out there and buy Derek Carr National Treasures and sell them for a lot of money and hold on to them. Because one day he will be the next Tom Brady. Are you kidding me?
How'd that work out for him?
Are you kidding me? Is this guy serious?
Now, Bingy, before you go, as John Addison just said, football prices next season will decrease. Now, John, I'm somewhat with you, but I'm somewhat not. Did you just see what happened to basketball this season?
I think this draft class is going to be better than next draft class.
Trevor Lawrence is
Trevor Lawrence.
Well, yes,
Justin
that's what he's saying.
Fields.
That's what he's saying. Outside of Trevor Lawrence, there's really nobody.
Okay, Mac Jones is going to be one of the best.
There are a lot of
quarterbacks out there.
quarterbacks in this draft, John.
Devontae Smith
You want to
is
sit there and
slow.
talk about Tom Brady sitting in the pocket. What do you think Mac Jones is going to come do?
But my thing is, what we saw with basketball this year already, early on, NBA hoops selling for $450 a box on, you know, a draft class that really, LaMelo Ball is the only rookie doing anything this year.
Some of that's COVID, though. I mean, some of that really is COVID.
Well, no, COVID has pushed prices, definitely has pushed prices, and got a lot of new people into the ball game with the card community. But I just don't see, if all these high investors are still in the card game when the new draft class hits, I don't see it going anywhere. I don't see it less.
Well, I'm not saying going down because of COVID. I'm saying some of the fact that LaMelo Ball is only producing is due to COVID. They had a shortened season, so they're really not as mature, as they would be.
I agree.
We got somebody that's talking shit on your quarterback, Banky.
Who's that?
Oh, Mac Attack.
Who is it?
Zach Baraski said, "Did you just say Mac Jones?"
I think Mac Jones can be good. I don't think he's going to be a Trevor Lawrence or one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. But I think Mac Jones, if he's in the right system, he can sling it.
Now I need to answer David Johnson's question here. David Johnson asked, "Why is the Mosaic market so far behind Prism?" David, Mosaic was a product that honestly was dog shit in 2016. Ben Simmons, believe it or not, Ben Simmons, the one and only that cannot shoot the ball.
Give me 1 second. Thank you, Duke. Mac Jones is going to be a pocket passer. He looks like Tom Brady right now. He's built like Tom Brady when he came out of the draft. Mark my words, you invest in Mac Jones. You heard it here on High Rollers Podcast first. Mac Jones over Justin Fields. I'm not ready to take the length and say Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones over Justin Fields.
I hate to say this, I'm going to make another statement. Justin Fields is a bust. I'll say it here. He stinks. He's a bust. He's not a bust.
Ohio State never has any good quarterbacks coming out. No. But let me go back to Mosaic and Prism Market. Prism was put on the map when Ben Simmons in 2016, guys. Ben Simmons silver prisms sold for so much money. And then Doncic came, Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell came. Then Doncic and Trae Young came. Then Zion and Ja came. And Prism is just the biggest product there is in basketball, per silvers and colored prisms and everything. Mosaic was never a huge product, and now is becoming a bigger product, just like Optic is. So that's to answer your question.
Real quick, let me just answer Zach Baraski. Yeah, you're right. Mac Jones did have 2 of the best wide receivers in the country, but last year Tua had that same receiving core, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, plus he had Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. So Tua had way more weapons than Mac Jones did. Mac Jones played an all-SEC schedule this year, covered competition, and destroyed Tua's numbers. So I think Mac Jones is good. I do think if he's in the right system, he'll be a good quarterback. Let's move on to the streaker, though.
That was the Duke. That was the Duke crack.
That was the Duke. There you go, dude. Middle finger right to you.
I think the streaker was very smart. Made $375,000.
This dude in a leotard or thong, whatever he was in, is the smartest human being I've ever seen in my life. I would have sent Binky out there in a fucking thong to run out on that field for $375,000.
There's no way this guy gets the money. There's no way.
That streaker is the smartest human being on. He's smarter than Dave Portnoy.
There's no way this guy gets all the money he gambled on and does it. There's no way. There's no way.
I don't see how not.
He beat the system.
There's no rule against it.
There's no that now. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There will never be this prop bet ever in Super Bowl history ever again, because my man in that pink fucking leotard beat the system like everyone in this world would like to beat the system.
Maybe if you kept it under wraps, you'd get it. It's out there. It's out in the world. I don't see him getting it.
They have to pay.
I don't see him getting it.
Is it illegal? Now, to our viewers, can you please answer us this? Is it illegal that his mouth was open, that he told everybody that he did this? Will they take his money away because he admitted to it?
I feel like it's legal. I think it's frowned upon, but for instance, a couple years ago, the national anthem, there was an over-under on the bet. This kid from Villanova, who I know through a friend, had an inside scoop that the national anthem was going to go over. He bet on it.
Kind of like this year.
Yeah, he hit the bet for $100,000. It came out, but that's not his fault. So they ended up paying him the money. I think it is legal. It's just.
Well,
I just think the Strigger bet. The Strigger bet is, if I was to meet some random guy out in the stadium, and I said, "Look, I'll show you my bet. If you go do it, I'll get you out of jail,
Here's
and I'll
no
give you
money plus
X
that.
amount of money."
Right.
And he goes and does it. That's just not right to me. It's not. You shouldn't get the money.
It's not right, but
It's not right, but if
He
it was-
should have just kept quiet. John Russell's right. He should have just kept quiet. You keep quiet, and you're okay. You opened your mouth. Now I think you're in trouble. I don't think you get the money. This guy does not get the money that $345, $375K, $345K. He don't get it.
I'll be honest. I look up to the guy. I look up to him. I think the guy is just
it's smart.
Brilliant.
It is smart.
brilliant.
Me and Joe's favorite part of this podcast. Let's get to the hater meter and let's address a couple of the comments that were said last week. Bullfrog, if you're in here, I'm gonna let
Where
Joe
is
sound off on
Jeremiah?
you.
Tag his ass.
Here's the hater meter.
Oh, the hater meter. Look at this.
Hater meter is up and up.
Oh,
We
my.
got Jared, Bullfrog, and this guy here, Pete himself. I think last week, Bullfrog, Joe, he told you that you had no idea about sports. Your sports knowledge was horrible. It was way out there, and that you were an idiot, pretty much is what he said.
Jeremiah Dixon last week came on here and told me, he said, I'd laugh at your guys' sports knowledge. Well, who's fucking laughing now, Bullfrog, you douchebag? Okay? Tom Brady went out there, shut you up. Now you're on the hater meter. How you feel? Jared? You fucking rat bastard. How do you feel? I moved you halfway, Jared, because you apologized about Tom Brady. I moved you halfway because you sent me in an apology report.
Send us both an apology.
Saying that Tom Brady is the GOAT. Pete, you're almost at 100%, but you're not. Because last week you got on this podcast and you said that Aaron Rodgers...
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He
When are
was
you
a
guys
friend
gonna learn?
of mine.
When are you guys going to learn here, people? You're Vinny. The trees are shaking down there in Tampa right now.
Yeah, what's going on down there in Tampa, baby?
Here's my question for Bullfrog. How many times do you have to see the movie before you know the ending? He was going to win the games. All he does is win Super Bowls. You embarrass yourself, frankly, by coming at Joe. And this week, Jeremiah, I question your sports knowledge because every take you had last week was terrible. You want to be ashamed of yourself.
Now, John Russell, we did see the Lombardi Trophy boat to boat. Actually, we've seen it before you guys because we know Chris Godwin's wife.
Back up, Craggy.
Fiance, I should say. She posted all over Instagram her brother going nuts on the boat in Tampa Bay, where Binky is right now. He's actually in Tampa Bay.
Beautiful here, 70 degrees.
It's beautiful there right now. He was hanging out on the boats with Big
You
Daddy
might need to
Tom.
take that hoodie off.
Partying with Gronk.
I think Binky actually went and tried to grab Tom Brady's ass. I swear to God, I think he tried.
Well, I'm talking about the hater meter. Let's get to my favorite part of this podcast. Crack, apologize.
All right, I'll sit here and I will apologize to no one.
I want you to look me in my fucking eyes when you apologize about this. Right in front of camera. All three of them that are fucking on us right now. You look me in my eyes and you say you're fucking sorry.
Joe, Parlay Joe,
That's right.
I am sorry. Tom is the greatest.
Thank you.
I apologize.
That's what I'm talking about.
But Tom is done. His time is done. His reign is done. Joey, get your red cheeks and shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Because here comes Big Daddy Aaron Rodgers.
Oh no. You've been saying this since 2011. You realize that, right?
What do you want me to do? Who do you want me to root for? I've been rooting for the Sixers for the past 7 years. Trust the process. They don't go nowhere. I've been rooting for the Marlins, dog shit team. They ain't win since 2003. And now I gotta root for the Packers who can't get past the NFC Championship game. I have no one to root for anymore. The only person I can root for is myself. I hope we get more YouTube subscribers. Go ahead, Binky. You fuck.
That was terrible. Look, man.
His take on Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
it's horrible. Aaron Rodgers stinks. dude.
He's begging this
Aaron
guy.
Rodgers is the best regular season quarterback in NFL history.
Sure, you
I'll
put a
give
prop
that.
bet in here,
You can
Aaron
have
Rodgers
that.
over 37-yard total touchdown or
Yeah.
longest touchdown pass every game you'll hit.
He's
Whatever.
fine. He chokes in the playoffs. I'm sorry, he gagged. He gagged. That's what he did. He choked. Brady threw 3 interceptions. If he's so bad, he tried to hand him the game with 3 interceptions. What Aaron Rodgers do? He stunk worse. Aaron Rodgers blows. Packers blow. He got beat so bad he was pondering retirement.
I mean, can we just...
Think about this. Think about this. He destroyed the NFC so bad. Tyler Heineke just got signed to the Redskins because he played the best game against them. Drew Brees retired. Aaron Rodgers either wants out or thought about retiring. He's drinking beer in the back of a pickup truck. Aaron Rodgers is shot. It's over. It's over.
He did just get engaged, John. And if you remember our last
Who got
podcast,
engaged?
Aaron Rodgers. It was under the radar. Hold on to Shailene Woodley, who was from Divergent. I brought this up
Hold on, can I
last podcast.
quick-
Can you
quick-
stop interrupting me? Are you
shout out to
my
my-
mother?
quick shout out to my man C out there, baby. How you doing, big C?
Wow, this dude Colin Perro just called Neppy a big stud.
That's right.
Colin.
Read the fine print, baby. Go ahead. Keep
I mean,
going,
do
man.
you see this dude's cheeks? He had 3 drinks and he's fucking breaking out. It's terrible. And you know what happened? I'm going to tell you guys something. My son gets the same red cheeks. I think my son isn't my son. I'm flabbergasted by this. I think Joe snuck up to my bedroom one day
Look,
and
hold
did
on.
something nasty.
Big Joe.
Come
Rodgers
in.
don't even talk
It's
to his
always
mother.
Just
How do
saying.
you root for somebody? Or how do you even like somebody that don't even talk to your own
He
mother?
don't talk to his own mother and father because he's too good for them. He's too great, and they can't accept it.
Brady's married to a supermodel. Has
Brady-
the most championships in NFL history.
Loves his
Brady's
mom,
parents
loves
every
his dad. His parents support him every game. I mean, Tom Brady lives the good life, okay? Tom Brady lives the life where you're in high school and you're the quarterback and you're the star of the show and you date the best girl in the high school. But Tom Brady lives that in the real world. He dates the highest paid supermodel. I don't think she's that pretty. He dates the highest paid supermodel, makes more than he does. He's the star of the show
Somebody must be on the
everywhere. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, now you want to know why he just put that little dig in, that little comment? She's not that pretty. Supermodel, but she's not that pretty.
Just in
because
case
there
Megan
must be a
Sell.
viewer out there.
Meg Sell, how you doing?
Megan Sell, how you doing out there? You must be watching. He put that comment in just for you, so you don't get upset later tonight, baby.
All right. Lastly, we have
Whoa.
trivia. Joe, you want to hit with the trivia?
Well, are we going to go over Bulls' defense here?
Oh, you want to go over Bulls defense?
I
All
do,
right.
bad.
All right.
You know, I want to go over Bulls' defense bad. What do you two think?
I already told you what I thought. I'm tired of talking about Tom. I'm tired of talking about the Super Bowl. I'm tired of talking about the Buccaneers. Okay? Todd Bowles won the game with his defensive calls and his defensive coordinatism, if that is even a fucking word.
Second drive. Now it's tough to stop again.
Brady, play action. Looking.
Yeah, they cut it off because it was so bad. Let's just never threw that one the ball in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Because Tom can't throw
Touchdown.
past 5 fucking yards, Joe.
As I did say earlier in the week, I said they had to run the ball over 30 times.
Second drive. Now it's tough to stop again.
Brady, play action. Looking. Fournette.
Again with the giveaway.
What else do you want me to talk about defense? They shut Patty Mahomes down. That's all we could say. That's all we could
I
say.
agree. I mean, I agree. There's nothing more to it. He scrambled. He never got set. He couldn't do, there's nothing that this guy could do to get away.
Backpedaling the whole time. If you watch, he literally snaps the ball and immediately starts to backpedal.
He gets flustered. And you got on this show last week and you said Tom Brady, when he's in trouble, he just falls. Well, when your guy gets flustered, he just runs 50 yards the wrong way. Okay?
497 yards exactly is what he ran
393.
backwards. 497 is what he ran backwards.
Yeah, playoff Lenny. But let's talk about playoff Lenny.
Joe, did someone slap you with a fucking iron? I mean,
Yeah, same dude who fucking cut your hair. Same dude who fucking cut your hair made you.
Nah.
You're that mad. You're that mad that Rodgers sucks so fucking bad. You're going to come at somebody. I mean, it's crazy.
Someone smack you with a fucking iron.
It's crazy, you know? It's crazy.
Like someone smacked you
Talk
with a
about
frying pan.
two-
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, we heard it the first 10 times. You going to say it again?
2 playoff Lenny, though. He was great. He had 87 yards rushing, had caught everything thrown to him, which for Leonard Fournette is a pretty big accomplishment. But he did what he had to do. He ate clock. He grinded out some yards. And, I mean, I would have given the ball on the goal line there. I don't know why they gave it to Ronald Jones. I thought that was going to be a big play. But
Yeah, Mahomes
Leonard Fournette snapped.
ran 500 yards backwards, Zach.
Backwards. Think about that. Think about that. I said all year, I told Vinny, I said it's going to catch up to him. He goes the wrong way.
Well,
he gets bailed out by throws and by catches.
It turns out that he maybe should have, pulled the Tom Brady and dink and
Check
dunk
down, check
toward the
down,
crowd.
check
Yeah,
down,
dink
check
and
down.
dunk, 5 yards. They had Kelsey. I said Kelsey over the middle. We had to live and die with it. Bracket Tyreek Hill. They bracketed Hill. Kelsey, you saw in the fourth quarter. I mean, garbage time, yeah, but over the middle all the time. But he keeps looking for the big shot, and they caught up with him.
Right.
You can't play playground football especially against a cover 2 defense. But everybody, they're waiting on you to throw deep. They're baiting you to throw deep and expect to win the game. That was just Andy Reid's fault, Mahomes' fault. That was just piss poor game plan, and it cost them
Now,
Super Bowl.
how did you guys do gambling-wise on the game here? Crack? Did you bet on the game?
Well, let me tell you what happened with my betting on Sunday. Now, as you guys all know, I am a great bettor on Sunday. I did lose the Kansas City Chiefs bet. I did bet the Chiefs. I almost threw a $1,000 bet on the Chiefs money line, and I canceled it at the last second. Thank God.
Too bad you didn't. I'd have giggled. I
Yeah,
loved it.
a bunch of gigglers over here. Anyhow, I did Strictly Sports Facebook group. Check it out. I did hit them for $1,000. First touchdown, Rob Gronkowski. So thank you. I did win $1,000 on Sunday. I lost $300. I ended up $700 up top.
Man, did you bet the game?
I did not touch the game. I love Bucks, but I just didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to.
I agree. I agree. I didn't touch the game itself. Super Bowl block, yeah, I hit. But I didn't touch the game itself.
Why not? I mean, you talk all this shit on Tommy.
I told you.
You don't want to put your money where your mouth is, huh?
I was going to take your bet there, Mr. 1,600 to win 1,000, but guess what? You backed out, so there's that one.
I did. But thank God I did bet it. I backed out.
You're right. Thank goodness.
All right, can we stop talking about the Super Bowl? Get on something new.
Can we go to trivia? Joe, hit him with your trivia question. The winner of this trivia gets a chance to win.
So we got
A bunch of
trivia,
money.
and what we got for trivia?
I got my money on Big Vin winning this if
Top
he's in
one.
the group. I
Top
really do.
This is a real scratch-off, people. We're not messing with you this time. And a lot of people came at me last week saying that it was fake, and I knew it was fake. I had no idea. I made sure I went with them this time and got this fucking scratch-off. So, this is the real deal.
It's $20 scratch off here. Trivia question
Well,
coming
YouTube
out.
too, just to make sure that we truly do get the first
Yep.
guy.
We got
Yes.
a huge 3 viewers on YouTube right now. And one's Big Banky.
I got
All right,
Big
here
Vin
we
getting
go.
it. I have to have him winning it.
Here is your trivia question for tonight. Are you guys ready?
Need a coin.
I need a coin. Oh, my darn.
Well, get the coin after the
Get
trivia.
the coin at the trivia question.
Yeah,
Bang.
I do.
All right, hit him with the trivia, baby.
2002 Pro Bowl quarterback challenge arm strength. What quarterback and what team was he on that won that challenge? First comment. We'll get this $20 scratch off. We will scratch it right here, right in front of you guys. And we also have a scratch off to start scratching with. But I will repeat the question one more time. 2002 Pro Bowl quarterback challenge arm strength. What quarterback and team won the longest throw arm challenge? Sam Bradford, wrong.
You guys will
Tom
name it.
Brady.
Incorrect. Tom
Wrong.
Brady is incorrect. Brett Favre is incorrect.
Let's give a hint. He was in the NFC. I'll just give him that.
He was in the NFC.
Yes.
That's all we're going to
NFC
give
is
you.
your only hint there.
And he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Patriots. I need team and quarterback. team and quarterback.
This is for a real scratch-off.
Real
people.
scratch-off.
Limited edition. I mean, we're
Top
talking,
prize, $100,000.
Got on the YouTube, anything?
I mean, this looks so good, it could be a PSA 10.
Where's all my Googlers out there? I know people are.
Yeah,
hitting-
Google this shit. Hit on the video real quick.
What's up? What's up with the video here, man? Peyton Manning Indy is wrong. No, Peyton Manning is wrong.
It's going to be a shame that nobody gets this.
It is. Crack, can you start scratching our scratch off that we got on High Rollers here today?
This one right
Now,
here.
it was a $25 scratch off.
A Hall of Fame quarterback may have went to that team down the road.
Look at Amanda
Yes.
Baker with a guess here.
Jeff Garcia is wrong. I need the team and the quarterback. Team and the quarterback. 2002 quarterback challenge, arm strength, longest throw.
NFC, guys. NFC.
NFC, yes. NFC. Have your husbands, have your wives, look it up. Go ahead, because we know that's what you're doing. Niners, wrong. Garcia, wrong.
Aaron Brooks. Greg
Aaron
Estrada with
Brooks.
the win.
Greg Estrada looked it up. Look at that. Oh, Scooter just missed it. That's going to go to Greg Estrada,
Greg
man.
Estrada got it.
I
Hold
needed
on
the
here.
Team, man. I needed the
He said team. He said team.
We won $5 on this one right here.
You're wrong. $5. You're scratching the numbers. Here, this guy
He's
is
an
the
idiot.
worst. Aaron Brooks for the Saints. Greg Estrada, you got it.
All right, here. I'm going to put the camera on this right here,
We
guys.
did win $5 already.
We did win $5 on that. Aaron Brooks is the right answer. Greg Estrada is our winner.
Greg Estrada, we will cash app if you win.
Unless it's $200,000. Then
Oh, that's a winner. Whenever it's two
Let's
numbers
get
in a row,
up here.
it's going to be a winner here. Now, listen. Let's see if we can get this focused here.
Aaron fucking Brooks. Oh, Pero, Aaron Brooks.
Can't get it focused, Joe.
Jesus Christ. That's your problem. I mean, you're the
I
king here.
can't get it focused. I'll tell you if you won. Hold on.
This is terrible.
I will show you. We got 21,
Is that a quarter here? What you
29,
scratching?
22. I got fucking keys here. We don't got a lot going on here. guys.
Scooter, you came right after Greg Estrada's Aaron Brook comment. Sadly. Aaron Brooks.
Scooter, I would think that you would be the first one to get that. That would be in a Saints
Scooter
fan.
joined in when we were asking the question.
That's why I didn't get it. I was
Scooter
gonna say.
joined in when we were asking the question. That's the only reason he did not get it right away. Crack, what are we looking like over there on Scratch?
We're not winning yet here. Greg, I'm sorry, man. You're not winning just yet. Greg is a local boy here.
So, Joe, I hate to say this, but next week's going to be a little bit of a down week on the podcast for me and you, huh?
Why is that?
Don't get to talk Crack anymore about his lack of football knowledge.
Yeah, it's over. I think it's over.
It's over until next year.
Tell you, my arm's starting to fucking hurt here, Greg.
Until he makes an idiot out of himself again next year, huh?
42. It's not looking good, bud. 27.
Every year with this guy, man.
Can we show Greg his ticket?
Oh, God, my shit's hurting, bro.
Greg,
this guy-
this
Greg
guy
called
can't do
bullshit.
any manual labor. At all.
34.
He can't even scratch off a scratch off.
Guys, we'll be doing this every single week.
Hate to tell you, we're not going to be able to get it focused. There you go. 148, 47, 16, 23, and 26
Are your numbers.
are your numbers, and you did not hit a single fucking number. If you see a number that you did hit, well, let me know, but I think you're fucked, Greg Estrada.
Looks like me at Delaware Park.
All right, thanks for joining, though. I
Here
appreciate
is.
it.
I'll go over Greg.
All right, we'll
you
do this
scratch
one.
ours. 1-0. 48.
You got $5 here,
Nothing.
Greg. We will give this. I will personally hand this to you
47.
No doubt.
because you work for my father.
16, 23, 26. Trash. Sorry, Greg. We will be giving away a
Uh-oh, we
$20
got a double.
scratch off
We got a
every
double here.
Single week.
Reveal double symbol. Win double the prize. Greg Estrada, you just won double the prize here. And it is $10. You're going to win a whopping $15 tonight.
That's double the prize, you fucking idiot. If it says $10,
Yeah, well, we won 5
Ten-
already here.
it says double the prize and $10 under it. That's $20. You
You're right.
fucking
So
idiot.
You're at 25.
This guy's a clown.
Let's see if we can win one more here. 12, 4, and 27. All right, you're going to win $15 today, Greg. Or-
It's 25.
I'm sorry, $25. As you can see, you got a 9, 25, 26, 8, 31, and a 23 barely scratched there. You did get a double there, though. You did get a double, and supposedly 10 times 2 is 20, and you're going to get a $5 there too. So whopping $25 here for Greg Estrada today. Welcome, and thank you for joining our podcast.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you.
See you
All
guys
right,
next
thank you
week.
guys. We'll see you next week.
We will be back. We will be talking some MLB that will be coming up very soon. I think pitchers and catchers report next